Alright, welcome everyone. Elara, Thea, Katri and Tasius are here. So let's get going, chat with them. There's another companion we met in the woods the other day, and we need to actually explore the island to find her, which we'll do. Apparently, after reading the forums, I found that she's somewhere between the boat and the other side. We need to scour the island here and see if we can find her, because we should get started, right? We can't just keep delaying. And there are two other companions. One companion is hidden in our ship. I don't know when she'll reappear. The last companion, we need to progress the main quest, right? Anyway, let's jump. Whee! Hello.
You'll die this day.
What the hell are you? Where bat? All right. They're slow, kind of slow, right? Whoa! Nice. Nice shooting, guys. Bat poison. Beautiful.
For the Vigil, I will destroy you. Have a nice day.
Quicker than expected.
Katri's illusion, hilarious. Grey fogling? Interesting. Swamp fogling. Yellow island fogling. Almost goblin-like creatures, interesting. Hey, where's Tia? Tia's bugged out? Oh god. Oh well. Her quest is over anyway. Let's chat with Katri.
How goes it?
Something on your mind? Oh yeah.
I'm ready. The souls of my victims should not be made to suffer any longer.
Let's go then.
Yeah. Let's.
Okay, remember? We went to the cave where Katri kind of freaked out. And there was some strange lady voice, Sabrina. So yeah, let's go. Although she didn't give any explanation of what that was all about, so Elara just had to trust her. And that's what we'll do. Let's save time. Catacombs of the Old. Everybody's here.
Again, you step foot in my tomb. Will you not stay this time? I prepared a casket just for you.
I will rid you of this curse, apprentice. Your soul shall be laid to rest in a manner befitting the mercy of Stendar.
Oh, I see. Killing me once wasn't enough for you? Well, I'm waiting.
Incredible voice acting, okay?
Why do you throw around Stendar's name like you have claim to it? Let's not forget that you taught me the forbidden practice of Daedra worship. You are a greater adversary to your god than I could ever aspire to be.
I changed.
Who do you expect to convince of that? Yourself or your friends?
Wow. So she was a data worshipper. And then she joined the Vigilant of Stendar? That's insane. Kind of a sacrilege, right? How can you be the data worshipper? Casket. Yeah, we were here. Oh, we're supposed to go inside. Whoa! Okay, this part was not available last time we came here. So this is new. What the hell is that? And who are those ghosts? Whoa! Katri's quest is taking a dark turn.
Behold, a gathering of familiar faces.
Katri the murderer!
Katri the What?
Still you persist. Do you not hear your victims? Are their cries not just?
Spirits of my apprentice, I release you from this living death.
You cannot be rid of us so easily.
I need all the time you can give me.
You've been misled. Katri is a murderer, a coward, and a liar. Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid to rest.
Who are you? Right or wrong, Elara won't betray her.
Do you think she shares that same sentiment? If your roles were exchanged, she wouldn't hesitate to bury you alongside the rest of us.
She wouldn't dare to. You waste your breath and spirit.
Arrogant fool!
I'm really not in the mood.
Never should have come here.
Stendar, take you.
Finish this!
That's the last one. You think this excuses the severity of your transgressions?
Oh, Sabrina.
No, but it's a start. By the cleansing light of Stendar, I release you from this living death. Curse you!
Ah, hello. All the way from Sovngarde. Alright, explanations please.
Done. My apprentice, and all those she kept from passing into the next life. They're gone.
Yeah, they had no business lurking around in Tamriel, right? You did the right thing.
This doesn't excuse the deeds I piously carried out for Dagon, or redeem me for the souls that fell victim to such malice. But I suppose nothing ever will. The best I can do is fill my future with enough good deeds to outweigh the sins of the past. Maybe that task is impossible. Maybe not. But either way, I have to be willing to try.
If you knew about Dagon's curse, why didn't you warn us?
If I had mentioned the true nature of this place, would you still have ventured out? I knew I couldn't confront my apprentice alone. The fewer my allies knew, the better. But now I see something overlooked before. Through silence, I traded one sin for another. I can make no effort to justify it. Now that my apprentice has been laid to rest, I'll give anything to rectify that mistake. Even my life, should there be a demand for it.
I'll hold you to that offer. I can't overlook this. You're no longer welcome aboard my ship. Ooh, so you can take a drastic decision right here? Let's get out of this place. Eldara's fine.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah. It's amazing. So you can actually banish Katri. Ooh, nice. Nice little branch there. Katri by 8 close companion? That's insane. Yeah, Eldara trusts her, you know. So, whatever happened in the past is the past. So, but now, she considers Katri to be a good friend, so she totally trusts her. Maybe it'll bite her in the back later? Maybe? Or maybe not. We'll see, right? That's the point of RPGs. You make decisions. And this mod is a phenomenal RPG. Way better than the base game. Well, in terms of story and writing and choices and consequences, right? Alright. Awesome. That was awesome. So that completes a quest? No. Oh yeah, that completes a quest. Look at that. Katri staying vigilant. Keep Katri alive. And that's it. So that's her companion quest. So we finished Katri's quest and Tia's quest. Incredible voice acting though, Sabrina. Wow. What a phenomenal voice. I cannot match it. Her laugh was next level. Unreal stuff. Okay. Alright. We can talk to her. Yeah, let's talk to her.
Searching?
About the future I foresaw.
Yes?
How do you think I did?
For your first time, I thought you did all right. I'm not overly keen on the predicted relationship, but if that be the will of fate, I suppose there's no use in fighting it.
You don't want to be involved with someone?
Such a bond is wasted on Mare. A relationship for us is either a 400-year commitment or a hopeless endeavor where we are doomed to outlive our lovers and carry their grief for centuries. Either way, it's not worth the emotional investment.
Good point. You speak from experience, I assume?
Yes, a precious and delicate soul taken before her time. If not for the Daedra, we would have been together 98 years this spring.
Ooh. You're over 100 years old?
128, to be precise.
Wow. Sounds like you wouldn't have minded spending a lifetime with your last lover.
Perhaps. But those were different times. I had known neither loss nor heartache. Till the next time, then.
Yes?
No.
Yep. Good day.
Never mind.
I had a thought this morning. A twist that the story desperately needs. There is no cure on the island.
Why wouldn't there be?
Well, I'm thinking maybe the knight from the beginning sent our princess on a fool's errand so that he, could claim the throne without complication. All he'd need to do is overthrow the Mad King and dispose of the princess's sickly sister. There would be no one to stop him.
How much rewriting will that require?
Fair amount, but that's hardly unexpected. Any writer worth their craft plans for these sort of hiccups along the way. The first draft should be unrecognizable from the last, after all. It's just, now that I'm reevaluating from the top down, I'm starting to question the final chapter. I'm stuck on the ending, and more importantly, I'm no longer sure if it would be happy.
Not every tale needs a happy ending.
I'm starting to see that. I just imagined a happy ending for the princess's journey. Something that, when my sister reads it, she'll be inspired to leave her parents and take part in an adventure of her own. But now, I don't know if that's the best.
Why not?
There's a very real possibility that we won't make it home. And if by some miracle a handful of us pull that off, I don't think we'll be better for it. The book is meant to mirror my own experience, and, well, it doesn't look like a happily ever after will be in a chapter in the story of Teal Alto.
What kind of talk is that?
I have a girl slowly realizing she was wrong a great many of things. I'm no adventurer, no great warrior or hero. I haven't a place among your crew. I set out to write a story my sister may never read, and because of it, I may never see her again. I should have stayed home. Sometimes, I wish life played out like a novel.
Oh god.
That by the end, we'd all learn something about ourselves and life would go back to a better version of the way it was. But I guess that's why we have fiction, right? To distract us from the bitterness of reality. Listen, I'm sorry for getting off topic. I just have a lot to think about, I guess.
Okay. How's the romance subplot going?
It's tougher than I thought. Oh wait! I know! Maybe you could help me plan it out. Perfect. Actually, on second thought, maybe I should have asked your qualifications first. You know, have you been, romantically involved with someone before? If you're just as inept as me, I have to take your advice with a grain of salt.
Arara had one relationship in High Rock before arriving at Skyrim in our previous series, right? So maybe this is the right answer. She hasn't had much luck in relationships. This is the right answer. I'm afraid I haven't had much luck in relationships.
But at least you've pursued some, right? That's more than I can say. I think your insight could still be beneficial. So in the story, I've had the characters' relationships develop in a lighthearted, platonic sort of way. Then, after some internal debate, the protagonist decides to ask her out. The question is, where should she take her? I think a dinner date would be incredibly romantic, but do people still go on those?
Yeah, what's with eating and romance? Huh? What's with that? Do some running. How about stroll on the beach?
That could work. They could bring their own food and watch the sunset.
Food again?
That would be perfect.
Manja, manja, manja all the time.
Yep.
You people. Anyway. Katri is here. So Roland is here.
Well, well.
Ah!
You must be this Dovahkiin everyone's so infatuated with.
Alright.
The Nords must have exaggerated your ferocity. You don't look like much to me.
You don't look like much to me either.
Maybe not. But an assassin can use underestimation to her advantage. A legend, on the other hand, is nothing without a credible reputation.
What are you doing on my ship?
Your ship? Does Hayden know you call it that? In either case, you see how I'm clad. Take a guess.
You're on a Dark Brotherhood contract.
One that's run into somewhat of an abrupt delay. Needless to say, being marooned on a desolate wasteland wasn't in the contract I signed. Seeing as we're stuck in the same boat, I'm thinking we can help each other. I'll temporarily extend my services to you and your crew, and in return, you'll lend me a cabin for the return journey.
I thought the Brotherhood was extinct in all but Skyrim.
Which means we're doing our jobs. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Brotherhood is weaker, to be sure, but not dead. Merely scattered and independent of each other. Mine operates in complete secrecy to all but the highest bidders.
Why not just stow away on the journey home too?
And spend every hour until then hiding from your crew like an Argonian in a city of Nords?
Yeah,
Even assassins need breathing room from time to time.
you're a coward. So I expect you to stow away on the journey home too. Okay, should go.
You do that.
She's our new companion. Alright, she's here. We found her at last. So now can we choose her? Jade, of course she's here. So Jade, Soroland and Tasius. Alright, let's do that. And where is Iriel? Oh, she's gone to the meditation spot. Alright, let her meditate for some more time. Alright. Let's take a new party.
Need anything?
Alright, we found her at last. Bryyn.
Huh?
Oh, she's an orc. You're still here?
I should have seen it by now. All the signs were there. It's as if nature itself went against its very own... well, nature. Fascinating. Yet, disappointing. Mostly just disappointing.
So are we safe then?
We're never safe. Not in this place. But at least the volcano won't claim our lives.
Yet.
Yet.
Okay. Let's talk.
I'll be happy to answer. For a price.
How much gold do you want?
Gold? What's a gold?
You don't trade gold here.
Never heard of it. The currency is seashells here.
Oh yeah, seashells, of course.
But that's of little relevance. I'm not interested in profit.
What's your price?
You're new here, right? So, you must have a ship. How badly is it damaged?
How do you know it's damaged at all?
No ships wash ashore unscathed. This island is a menace to every heedless vessel it swallows up.
It has a hole in it.
Just a hole. That's incredible. In exchange for information, I ask for a place among your crew. If by some miracle you manage a successful repair, I want off this rock.
Is there a way off this island?
Agree to my terms, and I'll answer that.
I like this lady. Straight to the point. Deal.
What do you want to know?
Why do you want off this island?
Village wars, an active volcano, dangerous sightings, monster attacks? Take your pick.
Understandable.
Sometimes I think the gods keep us here just to take bets on how we'll perish.
Alright. What do you do here?
I'm the local volcanologist, or so I believe the title is. I study Mount Andor and alert the others of my tribe when it's about to go off.
Wow. Did you alert your tribe today?
Of course not. I look forward to the day molten lava consumes their wretched souls. Every last one of them.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, so I'm told.
You can join my party now. We'll go to my ship later.
I don't do well in crowds. Who will you send away in my place?
Yeah, we'll send away Hayden. Oh, is Hayden not here? We'll send away Sir of the Thorn.
All right, lead on.
Yeah, let's go with Jade, Tasius, and Bryyn. Yeah, let's talk to our new companions. Wow, nice. Alright, Bryyn.
I'd almost forgotten how much I hate this place.
I know you've said that. Okay, let's talk to Jade first.
What's the plan?
Something on your mind?
Yes, I suppose there is. A crew member of yours approached me with a contract earlier. You want in on it?
You want my help?
I want insurance. There's no guarantee you won't repair the ship and set sail while I'm away. As long as you're within earshot, I have the possibility of getting off this rock.
Our ship is still a long way from being fixed.
Yes, you and your sister are quite fond of saying that.
You don't trust us?
In the Brotherhood, we have a term for assassins who trust outsiders. They're called corpses.
Okay, only if you split the payment.
Of course. I'm an assassin, not a thief. When the body drops, you'll get your share. I'll even let you pick between septums or the local currency.
Which of my companions hired you?
Trade secret, Dova. I don't disclose the identities of my clients.
Employer, assassin, confidentiality. Okay, we get that. A member of my crew performed the Black Sacrament?
They just offered compensation for a hit. There's no need to bring the Night Mother into this.
Okay, is that allowed?
What the Night Mother doesn't know can't hurt her. Besides, I don't intend on splitting the reward with the Guild.
Who's the target of this contract?
He supplies the neighborhood with moon sugar. It's the secret ingredient in Old Crescent, this island's attempt at a potable rum. Problem is, no one's seen this drug peddler in over 5 years. Nobody that's willing to talk, at least. That makes locating his whereabouts our first order of business.
Okay. Where's he hiding? Is moon sugar even illegal on this island?
Not exactly. His gimmick is that he's the only one who's managed to grow the moon sugar cane out here. Concealment and confidentiality are his ways of ensuring he dominates the market.
Okay. So you know where these distributors are?
Not yet, but they'll be easier to locate than the target is. As soon as I have something, I'll let you know.
Beggars can't be choosers. Alright, this is our quest. Nice. So we gotta wait till we speak, okay? Okay.
Until we speak again.
So let's speak to Bryyn. Something on your mind?
Why do you care?
You think you can answer my question with a question?
Are you saying I can't?
Why so defensive?
I'm skeptical of anyone who takes a sudden interest in me. Not all have had pristine intentions.
I'm not like them.
If I had a seashell for every time I heard that. Look, I don't want to preemptively judge you, but I'm not prone to trust you either. I don't mean to call your bluff like this, but the way I see it, you're either a liar or a fool.
What reason would I have to lie to you?
Okay, let's pretend for a second that you have no hidden agenda.
Yeah.
That's worse. Look, I'm not trying to sound melodramatic, but people who come to know me usually end up regretting it, one way or another.
I'm sure that's an exaggeration. Come on.
Look, you're surrounded by intelligent, attractive, and interesting people. No one's forcing you to waste your time with me.
Is something bothering you?
No? Well, yes, but I haven't been part of a group since my village days. And there's a reason I put those behind me.
Why did you leave your village?
It's a long story. But if you're actually interested, I suppose I could tell it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, my father was the leader of a distinguished band of outcasts, and my mother was a member of the neighboring village. The two factions had opposing viewpoints, to put it mildly. My parents were forced to keep their relationship a secret. I managed it until I came along.
How did your birth affect it?
My mother was a Breton, and my father was the only orc on the island. It didn't take long for people to connect the dots.
Huh.
My mother's reputation with the community suffered, but she was able to shield me from most of the animosity. Right up until her death, at any rate. From then on, the opinions of my fellow villagers were plentiful and unfiltered. I guess when they looked at me, they saw the daughter of their rival, and nothing more. Not a neighbor, not a colleague, and most certainly not a friend. I was never officially cast out, but I might as well have been.
What happened to your mother?
Oblivion Gate. The Daedra. I never got a chance to say goodbye.
Is your father still here?
Maybe I'd know if he ever bothered to reach out. Either way, I think it's unlikely. He spends his days picking fights and chugging rum. People like that tend not to live long. But I must have forgotten how much I dislike talking about myself. It's a stale story with little to no point. Can we just talk about something else?
Bryyn, the chieftain's daughter. Alright. New quest. Nice.
Dragonborn?
Can you recite any more poetry?
Of course. This one's called Stagger and Sway, by yet again another unknown author. Oh, my sweet love, she waits for me. Through storm and shine, across land or sea. I run to her, and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Her graceful shape I heave on high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waiting lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Come the morn she goes, the taste of her remains, and in my mind I see us sway. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
That one means something to you.
It was my wife's favorite. I used to recite it to her as we'd lay in the sand, watching the golden sun sink beneath the horizon. Sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes memory.
That's a good point.
I may have gotten a word or two wrong, I'll admit. My copy of the poem burned in a Daedric attack many moons ago.
Okay, so we just have to wait for these guys, I guess. Let's wait. Elara is very impressed with Tasius' poetry. He has a way with words, that's for sure.
I'll release you from this misery, Jade.
Fool! You cannot be rid of us so easily.
Dova, I need all the time you can.
You've been misled. Katri is a murderer, a coward, and a liar. Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid to rest.
Okay, last time we chose this option, you waste your breath. And she got pissed off with these two options. And she will get pissed off with this option too. So this option.
You believe this? Katri has not a trace of truth left to her name. Does her opportune insight not echo with manipulation? How many more lies do you think she's told you? Every minute her voice infects your thoughts is a minute lathered in fiction.
Okay, so there's no way to actually work with Sabrina. Right?
You've been Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid to rest.
All of these options will lead to combat with her. So what if we kill Katri? What'll happen now?
Pure luck.
She's dead. She dead? I can't access her corpse. She's dead, right? Yeah, she's dead. But nothing's happening here.
You've been misled. Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. How many? Every minute her voice infects your thoughts is a minute lathered in fiction.
Okay, so this is bugged, right? Ideally, she should be happy that we killed her. So there's some issue with this branch. But anyway, this is another option. You can actually choose to kill Katri.
You've been misled. Kill her.
Katri's dead.
Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid to rest.
Yeah, all these three will start the fight with her and her minions. Okay, so I think there's some bug here. You guys have tried this branch. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys experienced. But definitely this branch is bugging out for me for some reason, right? Because Katri is dead and she should actually talk to us saying that yes, thank you or whatever. Right? The water is so beautiful. Blue,